Hey guys, Alex here. So I've been really busy with the 3D printing today. I've got Spider-Man cooking on the printer as we speak. I did do a smaller version of him previously and it didn't turn out well at all. It was too small, the details all got lost, the print quality wasn't good, so I scrapped it and I started over again. So while I'm waiting for him to finish, I have been busy with a new 3D model, and this one is really cool. I'm really excited about it. So we're sticking with the Marvel universe, but we're leaving Spider-Man behind and we're entering the world of Doctor Strange. So I'm going to show you the process that I've gone through. We're going to look at ZBrush, we're going to look at Keyshot, and we'll also look at the 3D printing Cura software. Okay, let's have a look. So here he is, Doctor Strange himself. This is sculpted in ZBrush, and we're actually looking at it through ZBrush right now. And the idea with this sculpt was not so much to worry about making it really like anatomically perfect. I'm not really a big fan of 3D modeling where the purpose of it is to just make a hyper realistic model. I just find it a little bit dull. So I prefer to do something that's just a little bit more unusual. And my goal with this one was to create a Doctor Strange model that Marvel fans would love, but also it would be the kind of thing that might interest someone who had never heard of Doctor Strange. It might just make them stop in the street if they saw it in a shop window and think, "Wow, that looks pretty unusual." So I was going for the idea or the feel of weightlessness with this print, and that's not a very easy thing to achieve with a 3D print because, of course, everything has to be grounded and attached to the base. So for this base, I chose this symbol, which Marvel fans might recognize, and it is the seal of the Vishanti, which is in Doctor Strange's front room. It's actually his window looking out onto New York City. So it's a very convenient base for me to use. Now, if I flip it around and turn it around to the back, you can see this hole, and this is going to be the space where the peg will slide into it, and it will serve as a kind of anchor point for the rest of the model. So I'm quite glad it's quite a sturdy looking base and it should be fine. Now if I just turn off solo mode again and then show you the actual back of Doctor Strange himself, I'll just turn on solo mode again, and there you go. You can see this peg that's going to just hold up the rest of the model. At least I hope it's going to hold it up. So the whole model is divided up in a similar way. So if I say show you the back of his cloak, it has this seam, and there we go. We have another peg where we can attach it to his back, and here we have two mounts where I'm going to be attaching his hands. So I'll just show you the hands themselves. Now, if I select this hand, there we go. It looks pretty crazy, but there we go. We have this very uniform looking peg that looks very out of place in the rest of the model because it's supposed to be a very flowing sort of spiraling looking model, but here of course we have just this very standard peg, which of course you want everything to be very straightforward when you're attaching these models and assembling them. So this is the model itself. So if I just flip over to Keyshot, you can have a look at how it might look when it's printed. So Keyshot is just a rendering program, a very good one, and I've added some simple lights, and I'll just change the angle for you so you can see it from different points of view. And it's a pretty dramatic looking model. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. It was quite a lot of work, to be honest, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting it on the printer. I would love to get it, if it works out, maybe I'll get it cast in bronze or something at some point, but I'm going to print this as big as I can because, as I've noticed with the Spider-Man print that's currently on the print bed, the
the smaller it is, the worse the details are. So with my Spider-Man print, I had an embossed Spider-Man logo on his chest, and it just didn't come out at all. It was just completely lost in the printing process. So with this one, I don't want to make that mistake again. I want it to be really big, really bold, and I'm a big fan of Doctor Strange. So yeah, I'm really excited to get this one done. Marvel fans might notice here we've got the Eye of Agamotto watching over us all. So yeah, keep watching my channel, and I'll show you the printing process as I go along. And who knows what will be next after Doctor Strange. So yep, stay tuned.